Hey guys, welcome back to CLOCKWISE Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Huge news in the crypto space. Let's dive right into it. So taking a look here at Polkadot making headlines. NASDAQ files for Polkadot ETF on behalf of 21 shares. Let's dive in to this article here. So we see here Grayscale also filed with the SEC to list spot Polkadot ETF through the NASDAQ. Polkadot. And it's almost a scenario where you guys know where the winners are. There's a reason why some of these altcoins have not been selected for ETFs or even been considered to eventually have an ETF. There's a reason. There's a reason. So everyone asks us all the time, like, what altcoins do we pick? The first stack of your portfolio, which is the foundation of your portfolio, I like to consider it makes sense to me that you should have high risk at the last of your portfolio. Like the last project you invest in should be high risk. The foundation should be low risk, aka sure bets, aka high probability to succeed, right? Polkadot falls within that category here. So NASDAQ filed for Polkadot ETF on behalf of 21 shares to track the spot price of DOT, which is the token behind Polkadot. 21 shares is also seeking regulatory approval for ETFs linked to XRP and Solana. Again, sure bets, projects that you know aren't going anywhere. It's everywhere, right? So the notion to me, and we get this asked all the time, but this notion that you're going to be able to find some project number 2000 and it's just going to outperform and not give you that much risk exposure is really beyond me that people even think that, right? You have the information here to do your own research and know where the sure bets are. Sure bets, okay? XRP, not going anywhere. Bitcoin, not going anywhere. Ethereum, not going anywhere. Cardano, not going anywhere. HBAR, not going anywhere. All right? Polkadot. There's an ETF on it. Pretty much that could be like the qualifier, right? And I know some people do this. If it doesn't have an ETF, if they're not talking about ETFs for it, if it didn't get submitted for an ETF, they're not buying it. That's a really conservative way of looking at these altcoins. When you're trying to build your foundation of your portfolio, that might be a good rule to use because all the information's there. We haven't seen one ETF or one project that has an ETF, I should say, not do well or come under some crazy scrutiny and it's just, turns bearish, like extreme bearish, goes to zero, some nonsense. Like we haven't seen that yet. So the odds are if these hedge funds are dumping billions into this project through ETF, it might not be a bad idea, I should say, to invest or to consider investing. Not financial advice, just what we see. It doesn't make sense. What project should I buy? Buy every project that has an ETF or got an ETF approved or got ETF submitted or has anything to do with an ETF. You should consider buying that project as a foundation, right? It's just common sense. I think. Next article here, White House reveals that the crypto czar, David Sachs, sold over 200 million in digital assets, including Bitcoin and Ethereum, before his White House role. Sachs maintains limited exposure to the crypto industry through Craft Ventures venture capital funds. So the White House did disclose this, that the AI and crypto czar divested over 200 million in crypto assets related holdings before taking a new role. At least 85% was personally attributed to Sachs. So that's fair. Not really a bearish story. Because I do think that if things went the way everyone thought it was going to go and he stepped into role and crypto went extremely crazy, they probably try to consider it some type of conflict of interest. More than likely. But not really not bearish at all in this news. Think it's fair. I think that it's pretty transparent as well. So I don't really feel any type of way about this article, but I do think that the best is yet to come when you have pro crypto people in the government that are pro crypto and pro crypto adoption. I do think that is good for the industry for sure. Taking a look here at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, looking at these charts, you see the charts that we marked up in the other video. It's still there. But we're seeing a pullback here with Bitcoin. So we can remove this a little bit. And you guys saw the levels that we said need to be broken right now, as this is looking like a lower high point. So we can mark this level here. This is critical right here. This level is critical. And I'll move this up a little bit so it's right. I'll say this level right here, critical level. Pay attention to that level. We want to see this broken. And then we want to see another level broken as well to make new highs. That is where we want to be. We do not want to be making new lows, which is, it's an opportunity. But when we want to see Bitcoin break out, like everyone's talking about, these levels need to be broken to the upside. Otherwise, if this trend line, which is a big trend line, guys, this is really nothing but a big trend line. This trend line is broken to the downside. Next target there is about 75,000 or so. So paying attention to these levels to just give you hindsight of what happened previously, but also kind of give you a predictive analysis of what could occur in the future. So looking at that chart there, definitely keeping an eye on this, and we'll keep you updated on this Bitcoin price action. Next up, article, Saylor strategy. Bitcoin profits plummeted below 8 billion. Unrealized profits of strategy from Bitcoin holdings have fallen below 8 billion, putting increased pressure on Michael Saylor's Bitcoin investment strategy. The cryptocurrency market is clearly struggling, and Bitcoin has failed to maintain its recent bullish momentum. So here, since 2020, MicroStrategy, known as Strategy, has been actively buying Bitcoin, as we know, and pretty much everyone's just counting his pockets, right? He's either going to look like a genius, or people are going to pretty much get on him and call him an idiot. That's exactly what's going to happen. So since 2020, and he hasn't been even accumulating that long. He just has a big company behind him that he's able to, loan off the assets, which is huge. But essentially everyone's counting his pockets here to pretty much have like an "I told you so" moment. See, you shouldn't invest in that Bitcoin stuff. See, I told you, right? He's pretty much dumping his entire net worth, most of his company's future on Bitcoin. That's what I see, right? And you know what it reminds me of? You ever see the movie The Big Short? It's based on a true story. And it's when that 2008 crash was about to happen, and he was the only guy saying, look, sell, take these sell orders. He had all these venture capitalists, investors, and owners at the firm pretty much calling them to quit because people were taking losses, just like we are now. People were taking losses for weeks and weeks and months, only for it to go in his direction, and because he was right. And essentially he made so much. He made billions of dollars, not only for his investors, but for himself and his friends that were shorting the market. And now he lives in like Puerto Rico, and he's notoriously known for that play. This is what I think of Michael Saylor. I think everyone is gonna, with the pressure, is gonna be, oh, see, this is crazy. Then poop, crypto pops to a crazy number that we've never even thought possible, and Michael Saylor becomes another Big Short story. Except for the upside, right? He's not shorting. He's going the big long, we can call him, or big bullish, whatever you want to call him, because he's banking everything on Bitcoin. I think he's called Bitcoin to $60 million a coin, right? And that's why I'm saying, like, so everyone that tells me, oh, I don't have money for Bitcoin, I don't have money, but then they go to Starbucks. If you dump that same $20 into Bitcoin and just hold it, if Bitcoin reaches $60 million a coin, right, essentially every $20 could be the equivalent to like $200,000 essentially every $20 you put in will be the equivalent to at least $200,000 minimum. 60 million might even be more than that. It might be like every 20. What? From we're at $80,000 now. 60 million. 100 would be 8 million. 100x would be 8 million, and then 8 times that be like 8,000x. So 20 times 8,000, it'll be stupid. The number's stupid. Yeah, I just need a calculator, guys. I'm not like a math whiz, to be honest with you. So we do $20 times, let's do 8,000. Every $20 you put in, that's $160,000 for every $20 you put in. If Bitcoin reaches 60 mil, half of that. Okay, let's say half of that, 30 mil. And you had to wait 10 to 15 years. All right, come on, guys. Those numbers are crazy. It's crazy. So that's what everyone's talking about when we talk about, hey, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Bitcoin's a once in a lifetime opportunity because there's going to be a point in time where one Satoshi means you're wealthy, right? And then you'll be in a situation where you could take loans off of the Satoshi or the Bitcoin you own and use that to go buy more assets, right? Use that to buy more cash flow. And that debt is not taxable because it's not income, it's debt, right? And put it in an asset that pays it all. It's it's mind-blowing, guys. So huge opportunity with Bitcoin, as you know. And I'm not even like a Bitcoin maximalist, right? Michael Saylor is clearly a Bitcoin maximalist. You never hear him talking about any other project garbage in comparison to Bitcoin, right? But $20 to $160K just by buying it and holding it, well, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? That's the question. So next article here, XRP's role in U.S. digital asset stockpile raises questions of token utility. Does it belong? So crypto advocates split hairs on what XRP, on whether XRP deserves to be in the digital asset stockpile, with many questions revolving around the token's utility. So now it's just these Bitcoin maximalists are just upset that U.S. President Donald Trump didn't just say Bitcoin only. They're upset that they included high quality altcoins. It's not like they just included, like, he didn't go up there and say like, hey, we're going to include the Trump token. You know, hey, we're going to include Wild and Out token. The Wild and Out token by Nick Cannon. That's where, no. He included high quality, high probability projects that are clearly adding real value. And then they wanted to talk about XRP's utility. XRP's utility is it fuels the whole ecosystem that the XRP ledger runs off of, right? So XRP's potential role in banking. So this dives in. Ripple Labs, launched in 2012, was designed for interbank settlements. Initially offered 3 enterprise solutions: XRapid, XCurrent, XVia, all later rebranded under the RippleNet umbrella. XCurrent is real-time messaging and settlements between banks. XVia is a payment interface allowing financial institutions to send payments through RippleNet, and XRapid, now a part of on-demand liquidity (ODL), facilitates cross-border transactions. So here they're saying only ODL requires XRP. Other services allow banks to use RippleNet without ever holding the token, which means adoption of Ripple technology does not always drive XRP's price, right? So essentially they're saying because the banks don't have to buy the token and they can use RippleNet without buying the token, but RippleNet is fueled still by the XRP token. How do you think it's fueled by the network? The networks run on XRP, guys. No, they're not buying the token, but if you use the network, you're using the token indirectly, right? And I just think that they're just trying to find a way to just trash XRP just because altcoins were selected as being a part of the digital stockpile. That's what I truly believe. Because I believe if it was just Bitcoin, then it'll be the reverse. Then you'll have the altcoin crew and the altcoin maximalists saying, oh, you don't need Bitcoin. It'd be the same thing, guys. But all have value. All are going to provide value. All have great utility. And we're seeing that. So XRP is also used as a gas token. However, unlike Ethereum network where fees go to validators, small amount of XRP is burned as an anti-spam mechanism. XRP's role in Web3 is minimal, is saying. Unlike Ethereum, XRP does not support complex smart contracts or dApps. It offers only basic Web3 functionality such as token issuance mechanism, native NFT support under XLS 20 standard introduced in 2022. Okay, so how can I put this? They are pretty much just trying to trash XRP, right? And if there wasn't value, it wouldn't have been added, right? So clearly there is some value somewhere, all right? And everyone's talking about Web3. We're not even there yet when it comes to adoption, right? We're not even close yet to where we should be. And it's it's insane that instead of coming together, people are coming up with reasons why this project shouldn't belong. We should just be excited that we're in a bullish environment that is being embraced and accepted, right? Next part here, we see here that Garlinghouse, which he nails it on the head. He says, we live in a multi-chain world, and I've advocated for a level playing field instead of one token versus another. If a government digital asset reserve is created, I believe it should be a representative of the industry, not just one token, whether it's Bitcoin, XRP, or anything else. That's what I'm getting at. It does not matter. We should be excited that crypto is moving forward, right? That's what we should be excited about. And the people that are very upset still about what's been included, I think need to have a broader look at what's actually happening, because that'll paint the picture that this is bigger than just one project, right? There's going to be multiple winners. And this is what, you know, the people that we listened to back in the day, like Andreas Antonopoulos, even though he's pretty much pro Bitcoin, he talked about the technology and the reach, and he's saying that there's going to be multiple winners in this crypto race. It's not just going to be one, and there's going to be a ton of opportunity ultimately to change the way we do everything. So definitely wanted to highlight that, guys. A ton going on in the markets despite the sentiment of the retail side. And just remember this, for the most part, retail is the one that's fearful right now and selling their crypto. Meanwhile, you see whales buying up as much as possible, if even taking on debt to buy more because they see the writing on the wall. So guys, hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.